So thank you so much for being on VanussaScarlett.com.
Problem.
What inspired you to be an actress?
So I feel like it was going to the musicals when I was younger and just seeing them have fun and be free and just happy telling stories. But it's also because I went to a performing arts school. So I was a dance major in high school. I've been taking dance since I was about 6 years old, and that's always kind of been my thing. It's kind of been how I express myself, and so that's really what segued me into going into telling stories, not just with my body physically, but then with portraying different characters and putting on different stories, and yeah, that's how I've stayed inspired, and that's how I got into it, just musicals and dance.
What was one of the first movies that you starred in?
Ooh. This is hard. The first movie, I don't know if it was a movie. It was a play. One of
Okay.
the very first plays that I was in was The Ugly Duckling.
Okay.
And that's when I was in elementary school. And I was so upset because I was the ugly duckling. And so I was like, why do I have to be the ugly duckling? Like, are you calling me ugly? I'm not the outcast. And so I was infuriated because I also felt like I was one of the best actresses.
Okay.
And my mom went to go talk to the teacher, like, what is this about? She's one of the best performers. And they were like, that's why we gave her this part, because we really feel like she's the only one who can bring the character to life. And it was the first time that I learned that it doesn't matter how big or small a role is, or, like, if you feel the story of the character isn't important, almost every story of every character in every movie or play is relevant and it's important, and it helps carry the story along. And so that was like a big thing for me. And it was also the first time I learned not to judge the character too, because after I did the play, everyone just was like, oh my God, we want you in this, we want you in that.
What character have you played, whether that be in a play or a movie or just a series, do you feel you could relate to the most?
I did a series called In the Life of Tone, and it like aired county-wise. It aired on our campus, of course, and they even got like to go on the Good Morning America news out there, the local one. So it was just like, oh, this is cool. But I would say I'm more like that character. There are huge differences. I played someone named Carrie, and she was very ambitious. And so at that time, being that I was enrolled in school, I was also ambitious. I was like on the Ziana team, on the Dance Onyx team. I was the vice president of my step club. I was the queen of my dormitory when I was a freshman. I was doing so much when I was, so for me, it was just like I related to her being very driven, very ambitious, very focused, because that's kind of how my character was too. That year was the first year I really decided to try to take acting seriously. And so then I just started doing everything that I could think of to make acting work. I was like borrowing my friends' cars, driving into Philly, trying to go to every single audition that I could. And so like the fact that she was that focused, and I felt like I was really at one of my like peak focused moments in my life.
What lessons have you learned from being an actress and being in this industry?
The lessons that I have learned are that it doesn't matter how big you think a role is, or how long you've been in the game, or who you think you know. You have to kind of let your professionalism and your hard work speak for itself. No one cares if you were in this big project a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, if your etiquette on set sucks, if you don't know how to arrive on time, if you can't be polite, if you don't have a genuine interest in other people's feelings, and you're just not compassionate. I think all of that matters the most, because what you're doing when you are putting your best foot forward is you're sealing the deal for future opportunities. You're showing people that you can work with me, that I'm fun, I'm relatable, and that I want this. And it's not just for some like vain reason like money or fame. It's for the story. It's for the art.
What are some of the projects that you're working on right now?
So you guys can see me on Power. I'll be on Power June 25th. Tune in, stars. I'm a recurring role, so I have about 4 episodes. So I come in, I'm not going to say that, but just tune in.
Okay.
And you can also catch me on HBO's The Deuce. I'm not sure when exactly in 2017 that will be coming out, but I do know it's coming out in 2017. So let's say the fall. And look out for that. It'll be on HBO. And I play Bernice. So that was really fun. And right now, if you're looking like for something to watch me in right now, I have a short film called Ugly that I'm the leading lady in, and that's on HBO Go. That's on HBO now as well. There might even be like something with Amazon Prime where it allows people to see it through there. And then there's also something on Tidal, which is Jay-Z's musical,
Yes.
and yeah, that's his platform. And Mac Wilds, who's a Grammy-nominated artist, singer, and he's also on the VH1 Breaks and Shots Fired. He did a mini series in collaboration with his album called After Hours, and so I'm in that as well. And that's on Tidal now, all 6 episodes. So yeah, I also have a web series. I've just forgot. It's releasing. I don't want to date this, but it's being released today, and it's gonna be on YouTube, and it's called Lies and Loyalties. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, those are like my acting projects. I'm getting into tech. So I have a
Okay.
tech company coming out that's called Spot Your Space, and basically it just allows people to rent out their homes and businesses to the movie producers and the directors and the location scouts.
Okay.
It just makes it easier for the location scout to find different places to use for the film, so that this way they don't have to go to location. They have one online hub that they can just look up and then get the inside scoop on that house or that business.
What is one of your biggest dreams that you'd like to accomplish?
I'm kind of starting to live my dream now. And so now that I do have those 2 TV shows under my belt, I do have the miniseries under my belt, I do have the HBO short film under my belt, I'm hoping that eventually I get to a place where people just know that they want to work with me. They know what I can bring. They know that I'm versatile. They know that I'm dedicated and hardworking, and that I'm really committed to telling these stories, and I'm really advancing people through art, and that I can just pick my own scripts. That's like the big honcho dream of mine, because it's really good, being a part of the audition process, but I feel like the audition process never really gives you what an actor or actress can really do. And I really feel like your resume is supposed to work for you. So if my resume is working for me, then it'll make people know, okay, this is this is who I want to work with for that. And I get to kind of like pick and choose the roles. I don't feel like I have to do everything now, but I am always a little bit more open, just because I know I have to kind of get my foot in the door.
Right.
And I want to get to a point where it's not about getting my foot in the door. It's not about being heard or seen. It's more so about, just, can I tell this story? Do I want to tell this story? Can I be a part of this history or this legacy and just do something different? I've been blessed with the 2 roles that I have now coming out. I think they're very diverse. I think people will really like her, or them, I should say, because it's 2 different characters. But yeah, I want a little bit more. And as far as like outside of acting, I want to be like this tech guru.
Okay.
So I'm really into tech. I've gotten into tech in the last like 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
And I've been trying to build my website for the last 9-10 months.
Okay.
So at this point where it's just now coming out, I'm just really excited to like be like immersed in that world.
Who would you like to work with as a Hollywood actor moving forward in your career futuristically?
There are tons of them. I think in the forefront of my mind, I would want to do something with Idris Elba. And no, it's not I think he's drop dead gorgeous. No, it's not that. I've seen Luther. I've heard about a new project he has coming out entitled Yardy, which could just be the fake title. I don't know.
Right.
But I've seen some of his work, and in everything that I've seen, I like that he's, raw. I feel like I like that he can be, even in, what's it called? Taken. I like that he was just, I feel like he's just a guy moving along, and then life happens in every film that he does. And it just sucks me in. And so I feel like we would probably be able to play well off of one another. I don't know if like if I'm maybe his daughter in the role, or if I'm like a younger looking like love interest. I don't know. I don't really care.
Right.
I just want to be able to like work with him because he's awesome. And again, Lupita, after seeing that film, I was just like, I have to work with her. I think we would be like best friends after we work together. Though. Like she might be a little bit older than me,
Right.
but I'm mature.
Right.
We can be best friends.
Can be besties.
So yeah, that's like some Oprah. I want to work with
Right.
Oprah. I think she does stories that are just great for humanity.
Right.
And like they always become classic. They're always so important. And I just feel like maybe the lessons that she would have on set, the gems that she would provide,
Right.
would be like amazing to just store. And so
Right.
I would love to do like
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you were to have a movie and you had to cast yourself, so this is a movie where it's about your life and you had to cast yourself, who would you want to play you? Who would you want to play Andrea-Rachel? That's a tough question because
a very tough question.
it's a reflection of
me.
of who you want to be portrayed as, who you want the world to see you as. So who would that be?
It's difficult because you have to really know young Hollywood coming up right now, and I'm kind of like old Hollywood in the sense that my age, and so I would have to get someone who can realistically be younger than me but play up in age. But then I'm also young Hollywood too because like my moment hasn't come yet, and so I'm still kind of an amateur, or what is it called, a novice. So I don't know, it's kind of weird just even thinking about selecting someone to portray me. Quickly and readily, I think of the young lady from Blackish, Yara Hashidi. But with Yara, I think that you can see that her youthfulness, and then you can see that she would be easily like she can easily play up the age, but also like she just seems like she's versatile. Like she can do comedy, she can do drama, she can do something raw and powerful, or she can do something that's just like very cookie cutter valley type. So I think being with all the complexities that I've had in my own life, and being like my personality, and being that like, you know, I have a big story. Once people get to know me, they'll slowly learn all these different
Right.
things. I feel like she might be able to pull it off. Like she can do every aspect
Of you.
easily.
Yeah.
Right, like easily. That's the key thing, easily.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So is there anything that you want us to know about you, moving forward? Just your handles or anything like that?
Moving forward, just know that I'm ready to work. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I'm like super ready to work. So if you have a project, don't be shy, hit me up about it. And follow me on Instagram. That's at symbol I am Andrea-Rachel, IAMANDREARACHEL. And then my Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Andrea-Rachel Parker. And twitter.com/Andy_Ray RAE.
Right. I'd like to thank you for being on VanussaScarlett.com.
Had a buzz. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrea-Rachel, and you're watching me on VanussaScarlett.com.